Hi guys, welcome to Football with Brownie, the first ever Football with Brownie podcast. So apologies if I'm going to be absolutely shit tonight, but it is what it is, and we'll take it from there. I do have guests coming on, and it's not going to be just a football solo football podcast tonight. It's just going to be a case of it's an open field, whatever you want to talk about, you talk about, and then we'll take it from there. Um, and just put messages in the chat, and we'll see what happens. Until the other guys come on, if you watch other football streams and podcasts, it will be a case of they're getting sponsored by a company called Manscaped, a lot of them at the moment, which means basically if you're a man, you're going to be shoving certain mechanical instruments down between your legs to make sure that the grass is always cut so the trees look bigger. Well, unfortunately, Manscaped haven't approached me yet, so some Chinese shop... I bought it for myself for a Christmas present. So some Chinese shop gave it to me half price today. So if you can hear me howl for the rest of the world tomorrow when I'm doing my business downstairs, then you know the Chinese shit is absolute shit. Going on about football. What do you guys think? Going as a Cardiff City fan. What we got? Defeat against Norwich, that was expected. Awful defeat against Swansea. A derby, anything can. And then we had 4 wins on a bounce. So what would Cardiff be coming up next? The Championship is a crazy, crazy league, and I completely understand why many people prefer Championship football than Premier League football, because it's far more likely that the bottom side would be the top side in the Championship. But what do you think? What do you guys think? No problem. Richard, no problem at all, my friend. Guys, earlier on, I was on my first ever West Ham fan podcast, West Ham Unofficial, and Richard's little boy Jake. And he hosts it, and absolutely fantastic show it was. Now, my first guest of the podcast is my American friend. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Yeah. I finally got the equipment after 7 months of promising all the guys I would finally get the equipment to do my podcasts. So at the moment, 2 of them are on another podcast. So they come to an end on that when it's just overrunning. But well, first of all, Merry Christmas to you.
Okay, Merry Christmas to you. Yeah. I mean,
What? I know.
I got a couple of more hours.
What's your plans?
Just all the family's home. So all the kids are home now. So I met my daughter. We kind of met halfway, and we drove back. So all the kids are home now. So yeah, we'll just
celebrate at home. What's your location, then, guy?
So I'm in New Jersey. So central New Jersey. So probably about 30 minutes from New York City. Yeah.
No, I've been in New York a few times, but unfortunately, because my parents they wouldn't like me saying this, but going into a more elderly field of the generation types of human beings, they getting a bit worried because of the COVID issue.
Yep.
So I was basically, as a 42-year-old person, I was basically told, as I would be if I was a 2-year-old person, to stay at home. We don't want to see you this year. So tomorrow's going to be a weird one for me, I'll be honest with you. I got good friends over here who have invited me to share the Christmas tomorrow morning, with turkey and so on. But Mum and Dad, I wish out with you anyway. So, congratulations for having you and family and friends around, my friend.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome.
So, and congratulations on the anniversary as well with Arsenal Fan Circle.
Yeah.
People who are watching this, please check out Arsenal Fan Circle. Been on there a couple of times as a non-Arsenal fan. I think the first ever non-Arsenal fan on there.
You know what?
Congratulations on the anniversary.
Yeah, we figured you out. We know you've got Arsenal, pajamas and slippers or underwear. Something in there is red that you're hiding from us. That's okay. That's all right. You don't have to say anything. Well, it's a secret.
Well, you know what, right? My mum asked me, "Oh, look, what do you want for Christmas?" And I said, "I want a fishing rod." And she said, you haven't been fishing for nearly 30 years. I said, no, it's a prop for when I go onto these Arsenal fan channels, I can cast the fishing rod and see which one is the biggest bite I can have,
You're doing a good
job. So I may have a fishing rod in the Boxing Day or sales, you never know. There you go. Hi, there you go. Sorry. Hi, John Wayne. Yeah, greetings to you. Happy holidays to you, your good self as well. And how's Tony, Gary? Can you give us an update on him? Because Tony, a real.
Yeah, I think he's still going through the recovery, and I think it's going to be months for that. So I think there's always something that you have to deal with. So it's mentally, physically, he's going to be dealing with that. So I think he's going through it. Yeah, the best he can. So like you said, have your healing thoughts in your sending healing thoughts out to him to heal as fast as he can. And
definitely, especially this side of the pond as well.
Yeah. And then it's just so once then there's the recovery, then there's the physical therapy that you go through and all of that. So yeah, he's got a little while to get through all of that, but
well, for people exactly, for people who don't know, that Ian Wright shirt behind, is that a signed shirt behind you, Gary?
It is. There's a signature. I don't know if you can see it right there in the middle of
I can.
Yeah. My
absolute legend.
Yeah, my dad's still in England, so I always would ask him for something Arsenal, so he always got me something.
Okay.
So this is one of the biggest ones I've got. So yeah, it's got a picture, it's got a little picture on the back of him signing it, so I assume it's legit. so yeah.
And we'll go on about Arsenal strikers, and there's news breaking today that Balogun is getting linked with Liverpool now because of his refusal to sign a contract. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I guess I don't blame him, but I feel like somebody in Arsenal needs to figure out how to change that perception or change it entirely, because if you lose him, I think this is part of your your future, right? You've got future players that potentially do good things for you. So who knows what's going on, because who knows what's going on, because a lot of things we were expecting to change isn't happening, right? So we're just sitting around, unbeknownst to anybody, who knows what's going to happen next. The only time we see change is when it's been forced. So,
can you see Arteta's reasoning for leaving in out then, if he's thinking of the future?
I see no reason for him to not be part of the team. Not in the state it's in right now. I mean, not with the form that you have going on now, right? There's nothing I've seen that So it should be. I always say, and anybody who's listened to me, I always say, things are easy. Everything in life is easy. Humans just make it just complicated. You look at Arsenal's squad, you see how they're playing. There's things that need to be changed. Change them, but we don't change them, right? This player is not working out, switch them. That doesn't happen. this player is out of form, give him a break. That doesn't happen. I mean, any little thing that's out there, your D scheme's not working, go back to one that works. I think we're there now, but that was forced on us, right? But yeah,
I know.
I don't know. Nobody knows.
You know, as a non-Arsenal fan who is looking from outside of the goldfish bowl, as I say, I can see what the so-called process is, but unfortunately, football is a results business. It's a here and now business, not like it was many moons ago, because there's so much more money involved in it now. And Arteta's not making it easy for himself, is he?
Nope, not at all. Not at all. I mean, it's
if you want to throw people under the bus, well, you don't hold their hand when you throw them under the bus.
No, yeah, and that's the thing. Nothing is thought out. We don't see anything that's thought out, especially long term, right? A lot of these things are easy. They're not thought. It's not thought out at all, and that's one because he's still new to this thing, right? He's still new to this. This isn't something he's done before, so he doesn't know. He doesn't have the support either, and that's. It's more. I always say it's not just him. It's the support structure that you need as a manager or coach.
I've said that before.
Yeah, I mean, everything is everybody's either new or they just don't have that person in the building, right? They need somebody to help.
I don't understand why they don't. Well, I don't know if it would be a promotion or a demotion, because David O'Leary is still within the club, isn't he? As a club ambassador. So I don't know why they don't kind of involve him. At least he can be a more experienced bloke within that kind of structure.
And that's the
kind of like.
Yeah. No, I was saying that's the no, I was going to say that's the arrogance, stubbornness that we're seeing, right? You can name any number of people that either are associated with Arsenal or work there or still working or are affiliated there with them now that could help out, and they don't want to ask for a hand, to get some help. Why? I'm not sure. Why? Why not? Especially at this point.
Is it the nervousness?
Is it what?
Is it the nervousness? Because you do kind of. There were calls, weren't there, for Wenger to just be moved upstairs.
Yeah.
Like Ferguson was. And is it a kind of like nervousness that, hang on, we'll bring someone in, but that manager wouldn't want, Wenger looking over his shoulder or whatever.
Well, that's part of it, right? That's part of it is that he'll be looking over their shoulder and they'll be, he doesn't want to have, you don't want to be like a figurehead, right? You don't want to be a puppet, right? For whoever's upstairs. And that's essentially what people thought Wenger was, right? They thought he was a puppet for what was going on upstairs. So, it wouldn't change that. And I think that's why many think it starts at the top, trickles down. So if you've got a ownership structure, that isn't all there in terms of being there for Arsenal, not just seeing it as a money venture, then this is kind of what you're seeing.
Yeah,
right? There's nobody in place that can do the right thing for you. So I think that's the problem. That's the problem right there.
Well, first of all, Gary, unfortunately, we have to welcome another one of our friends somewhere. Where's he gone now? There he is. Hi, Sam.
Hello. I'm all right. How are you guys doing?
I'm doing good.
Hey, Gary.
Well,
nice to see you.
Liam's wishing us all a Merry Christmas, by the way.
Liam Day was here. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Yep. Yeah,
Okay, before we go any further, before we go any further, let's just finish off with comments for a moment, which is a West Ham fan asking you guys, are the Gooners in a relegation battle? That's a nice first question for Sam, I think.
Merry Christmas, Richard Cox. Thank you very much. As, well, I mean, looking at the table, we are, aren't we? We're very close, so we can't really argue with that. And the way we're playing is not good enough. So, I would say realistically we are at the moment, unfortunately. I mean, the results show that. So I can't really argue against that, to be honest.
And what do you think, Gary?
No, definitely. I mean, we're one point or a win from a team just jumping us right now. So that's gives us one more spot closer, and we play two of the teams below us. So
we lost to Burnley.
Yeah,
So
in the next three games, we'll either be in the relegation zone or, we'll have an answer.
Funny enough,
he's not come back.
West Ham fan.
He's not come back.
As I say, funny enough, for West Ham fan.
Back and he said,
"Yeah."
What's he saying?
I'm just saying.
There you go. I wish it was Spurs.
I'm just saying it's interesting from a West Ham fan because I think really us and West Ham we should really realistically be swapping places because I think that's where we both sort of saw our seasons going really before the season. West Ham thought they were going to be in a relegation battle and we thought we were going to be up chasing Europa League, and it's the opposite, isn't it?
Well, you know what, Sam, you know my fishing rod story, and it is going to be delivered, but I think Richard has actually thrown out the first catch from the Arsenal fans here tonight. I tell you about that. Personally, as a non-Arsenal fan looking from the outside, what are we 10 games in? Are we 10 games in now? 10, 11 games in?
14 games in, mate.
14. There's still not halfway, is it? Still a third.
No, we're close though. We're close.
Still got January window. What I do think is that Arsenal, we are going to support Arteta no matter what. I think what the board is seeing now is the manager against the players for maybe the third time, in about 18 months. Let's be honest here. Right? And I do think that this time they're pledging to be behind the manager, which they should, because no player is bigger than the manager. All right? I do think that they were going to push forward the summer transfer summer signings till January. I think that's when Aouar will come in, which I did say last season before you even jump in on that, Sam. And I think they could well need another right back as well. What do you think?
You're not going to say anything?
Piss off.
What should we say about the guy who thought we were definitely signing?
I know.
No, I mean, I agree with you, Brownie.
Can you see the thought mark? As after I slipped my own throat after that predicament last year.
No, but listen, you are right. I hope you are right because we need it. We do need that summer transfer window to happen in January. We really do, in all honesty. But whether it's actually feasible is another story. Unfortunately, I think there is a lot going on behind the scenes that make life a lot more difficult now with the COVID and with the way clubs are being run now, much more carefully and everything. I do think it's more difficult, and also it's more difficult to get hold of those top players you want in the middle of a season. It's always harder to get hold of the top players in the middle of a season rather than at the end of a season. So yeah, I think it's going to be very hard for Arsenal.
You're going to have to bite the bullet, to me. You're going to have to bite the bullet and say, look, okay, we accept that if we're going to have the player early, we will have to pay a little bit more. But on the flip side of that, I don't know how informative you guys are in a different part of the world you are, but certainly in Spain, very close to the French league, obviously. There's been rumours that he's been boycotting training, boycotting games as early as November, and pulling out the games injured when he had no injury. So in Aouar's camp, his camp are already starting to make moves in November, but whether or not the finishing line is the Emirates Stadium, nobody knows. So I don't know. It's an interesting one because there was always rumours that Zidane wanted him at Real. That was rumoured in Spain as well. But Zidane is not not got the backing of Florentino Perez either. So would Perez want to throw money at a signing which their manager not be in a hot seat for much longer? So I don't know. And what think of Bellerin? How is Bellerin getting back in the team time and time again?
That's Arteta, isn't it? That's Arteta for you.
Yeah. Maitland-Niles, because Maitland-Niles over here has been reported again that he's gone. Atletico Madrid are now stepping up their interest.
Yeah, I mean, I don't believe any of those things. I don't believe any of those because they don't make any sense to me. None of that makes sense. Those things to me sound like Harry Kane is injured before he plays us. Vardy is injured before he plays us. It's just too far-fetched, and we don't believe it until we see it, and we never see it because it never happens. So I don't believe any of that. Personally, I just think it's somebody out there trolling, trying to make sure people don't go after Bellerin for some reason because they want to see us. They want to see us suffer. I mean, I think it's a ploy out there for all of the enemies of Arsenal. If we just push all their players to like some of the top teams in the world, nobody will touch them, and they'll be stuck with Arsenal.
Well, that's a bad thing of having super agents, isn't it? That's a bad thing of having super agents. They take on so many players onto their books that they can play games at one against the other. I mean, Bellerin going to Barcelona is an absolute joke.
Yeah. They want Mustafi. They want Mustafi as well, apparently.
No. They may as well have Niall Quinn at the same time. But Barcelona at the moment are a basket case, both on and off the pitch. They got they got no money at all. They pissed up all their money against doing crazy contracts for Messi all these years and so on. So anything can actually happen with Barcelona, especially as they got a presidential race at the moment as well. But for one presidential candidate, Laporta, who used to be the president in the good days, for him to start his campaign trail saying that one of his big signings will be Bellerin, well, I'd be absolutely shocked if he gets one vote from the voters But because he doesn't. He's okay. A couple of friendlies. You don't really qualify for the Spanish national team, especially when they've got Carvajal, I suppose. But it's a weird thing. Yeah. Could it be coming out of Maitland now? Is because in the summer they put a block on his move to Wolves, so he wanted out anyway in the summer. And he was promised that he'd be given more games. That never come. So is it just a rumour mill spread from his camp? You never know.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens now, because I think a lot of the players realise that Arteta's on his way out. So I think a lot of the players are waiting now to see what happens on the manager front.
Yeah. Oh well, what do you think, Gat? What do you think regarding this goalkeeper? Then go on, tell me you
He's absolute shite. He's absolute shite, and he should never be putting on the Arsenal jersey again, ever.
Oh, you know what? This is a little bit. It's a little bit more than that, right? Because if I've heard many times from everybody that you don't put the youngsters in until they're ready. You don't want to destroy their confidence. No, no. You don't want to put players out there and have them destroy any kind of confidence they may have, or any kind of progress you're making with them. There is no way, from what we saw, that player is ready to come into any game in the Premier League against some of the top 6 side. Right? No way. Not with the team they brought in there, which is most of their backups, and not in that particular situation. Right? We've seen Leno play in lower meaning games that mean absolutely nothing for some reason. But in this one, a quarterfinal, we don't play him. What's if you can't, you need to try to win all. You need to try to win all the games you can. I say, but the ones that are special are these cup games because they're one-offs, right? And he's shown that he can do that. So, if you're using your past history, he should have played his strongest team he could. He needed to rest some, but he needed to play his strongest team he could and get something out of it. Because there's only 2 or 3 ways for us to have a successful season. Because we're not finishing top 4, not finishing top 6.
What you're saying there makes sense, yeah, right. But that's again, this is Arteta we've got, right? So he's not going to do what's sensible. He's going to do the opposite of sensible. So that's the problem we have, right? And this is what Adam needs to understand. Is us as Arsenal fans, we are sick and tired of Arteta doing what's not sensible. We're so sick and tired of it.
I thought Adam forgot.
Here we go. The other one is in. Sorry.
No worries. I thought Adam forgot me like one of his exes.
No, I do apologise. The test, I didn't realise I had a stroke down. I do apologise. So welcome to the podcast. Anyway, the test. So what's your feelings on the goalkeeper?
If you don't give the kid a chance in a big game, how will you know whether he can actually do it or not? And he failed, and he's now probably going to go back to the. See, the thing is, the reason he's been put up the pecking order is, I said in the other stream as well, that because they want Matt Macy to stay, but he's not ready to stay. So at the end of the day, they need a replacement, a second backup keeper. Now they tried Rannason. He was developing slowly. He was playing some of the Europa League games as well. And they thought that probably let's give him a chance in the League Cup, because you need to remember the League Cup was a tournament where Wenger used to try all his youngsters. Arteta tried a lot of youngsters in this game as well. Like Reece Nelson was injured. Emil Smith-Rowe and Balogun were in the squad as well. So he gave Rannason a chance. Now, until and unless Rannason fails the way that he does, how can someone just slate him and say that he's not good enough? Because he looked decent in the Europa League games, but the level of competition, he looked decent. No. He wasn't this bad. This is possibly his worst game in an Arsenal shirt. Until he didn't perform like that, how could you say that he's not good enough?
Because all you got to do is have scouted him and talk to people who've seen him in the French league, and it's a quarter-final. If it's a quarter-final, where we should be playing the strongest goalkeeper at least. It's like Gary said. We're actually interested in silverware. It's the quarter-final. Yes, I can understand the third round. You're playing against Blackpool or whatever. Okay, you can put in a reserve team or whatever. But in the quarter-final against Manchester City, you need to be playing your strongest goalkeeper, and especially Runason, who we saw in the Europa League, he's not great. He's mediocre at best in the Europa League. And you put him in against Manchester City, and it's just he had a much worse game than what anyone could think he was going to have. Of course, no one saw that coming, but we already knew he wasn't a very good goalkeeper, and now it's such a terrible situation. Now, of course, we're in now. Of course, we couldn't see it coming, but now we do see it. But we just shouldn't be. We shouldn't have been played. Really, that's the thing. It's why he was selected against Manchester City in a quarter-final. And he's not even a kid. He's 25. He's not a developing kid. He should be at a level now where he's half decent, but he's not. I don't think we did any scouting on him. He came on a recommendation from our goalkeeping coach, and he's just been bought. He's cheap.
Someone watched a 5-minute clip on YouTube.
Yeah, someone watched 5 minutes of him on YouTube probably. He was bought for £1 million or 1.5 million quid.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, okay, bring him in, but he's absolutely hopeless. And we're in a serious situation now. If Leno gets injured, we are royally fucked.
Yeah, I mean, just think about this. Just think about this. We saw 30, 40 minutes of Balogun, and we've
played very well.
And we've seen many games of Runarsson, I think, in the Europa League. Runarsson gets a quarterfinal. Balogun gets 15 minutes. What are we missing here? Balogun in 40 minutes has done more than any of our strikers have, basically, in that time frame. And he's not getting put in, in good quality minutes now. I mean, that's what we're talking about. I mean, if you look at Balogun, you look at Runarsson. I know there's contractual issues why he's probably not playing, but Emil Smith-Rowe looked good as well, right? And he got double the minutes of Balogun in the last game. So what are they doing, right? What are they doing? Why are we seeing
Because Arteta doesn't trust them. That's why Arteta doesn't trust them. He'd rather play. He'd rather play the people who can't perform and try and give the kids who are showing him that they can perform.
He trusts Runarsson, right?
Yeah.
That's what we saw, and he doesn't trust Balogun or Emil Smith-Rowe. Who Emil Smith-Rowe is the only person with that skill set that we have in the building.
I do not agree with that. I'll tell you just one comment I just want to make quickly. One thing, Runarsson played in the Europa League. He wasn't that bad. And the other thing is, yes, he was not as good as Leno. Obviously, he's not as good as Leno or even Martinez or even maybe Matt Macy. But when he's supposed to be your second choice goalkeeper, you need to have an idea whether this guy can do it if Leno is injured or not. Now that they know he can't do it, they will go and get a replacement or a backup second choice in the January transfer window. That is one. Second thing, with respect to why he started with Lacazette is because Aubameyang is already injured. So he may need Lacazette to have some confidence if he has to start him against Chelsea, which I think will happen now. So that is why he started with Lacazette, but got in all of the other players as well. Martinelli will also be starting against Chelsea, most probably.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't see anything from Lacazette that led me to believe that, I'm going to see anything different than I've seen before. I mean, we're probably going to disagree on a lot of things today, but how many chances is Lacazette going to get to where I'm going to go, you know what? Yes, he deserves the spot as a striker. I mean, he's done more work, I think, when they pushed him back a little bit, right? He's looked better back there, further away from the goal. Up front, I'm not sure about that. Martinelli definitely made his life easier, and hopefully he is ready to go. Martinelli, that's a strange one for me because I initially thought he wasn't going to be back until January. I just hope they're not rushing this because it's not this season that I'm concerned for him. It's the future, because he's going to be with us, so that's not going to happen. That's not going to change. So there's no reason to rush him back. Partey is out. They rushed him, and you see where that, so.
They rushing, it does come across. They rushing the players to come back.
Did I hear Russian? Really? Did I hear Russian? Did I hear Russian?
Oh, hey. If we want to go into that kind of talk, I'll give you a story about two Russians last night. But let's just finish. Let's just finish this off.
Well, Cheddars has come in and sort of agreed with what I was saying. Is that I agree.
You do have one supporter. You do have one supporter.
I'm just saying that I agree. You have to give Runarsson a chance, but that you don't give him a chance like you don't play him in the quarterfinal of a cup. You don't play your second goalkeeper in the quarterfinal of a cup.
That's right. I agree. Sorry, I agree on that point. My point, and I did raise this on the test show the other night. I don't agree with having two world-class goalkeepers fighting it out for one spot within the club. I don't agree with that, right? Because I don't think I don't think it's good for the club or the players if they only play half a season as a goalkeeper. I'm of the opinion that if you have a top class goalkeeper, you can get away with paying pound prices for a reserve goalkeeper on condition that that reserve goalkeeper is only played in games you know, if I was playing in goal at the age of 42, the team would still win. You know, quarterfinals against Man City, a totally different kettle of fish. You know, so again, Arteta's not making it is making it hard for himself on that. What's with this Matt Macy? What? I've only heard his name from Arsenal fan channels. So why? What's the deal with him? Why is he getting involved?
I literally think, in my opinion, what I think has happened is, well, Matt Macy looked to me like a decent, not great, but a decent backup goalkeeper in the couple of friendlies I saw him play before the season started. He's not going to be a top goalkeeper, I don't think. He's an okay reserve goalkeeper. He's very tall. He's 6'8". He's a very big lad. He's quite young still. How old is he? 22, 23, something like that. I think I can't quite remember now. But anyway, very tall lad. He's good in his area, but you know, not great overall as a goalkeeper, but good enough. I would have thought. When Martinez left, I thought Matt Macy then was our natural. He was going to come in and take over Martinez's position. That was what I thought.
Yeah.
And then when they went out and bought this Runarsson, I thought then I was under the impression, and I think everyone was under the impression, that he was going to be much better than Matt Macy. And that's why he's come in. He's come in as our clear second choice ahead of Matt Macy because they were not quite sure on Matt Macy. And now, surely they must have seen while he's been at the club that that's a just complete wrong decision. Because there's no way, in my opinion, that Matt Macy is worse than Runarsson. Matt Macy should be ahead of Runarsson, in my opinion.
Well, you know what, Sam? You also have to think about Mustafi and Kolasinac because they're playing too, and we feel like we've got better players. But I guess obviously behind them now. Because if they were ahead of them, they would be playing. So, you know, like I said, who knows what's going on? Who knows what's going on? Can they, you know?
Yeah, when
if you cast your mind back, sorry, Natasha, I'll just jump in here for a minute. Sure. If you cast your mind back to before Martinez got those 10 games before people. I remember Arsenal fans say, "Oh no, Martinez, we're going to lose this game now," and then look what happened. Could the same happen with this Macy?
I doubt it because Martinez was still a good goalkeeper. He knew how to position himself. Yeah, Runarsson, the guy is lacking the basics. The guy doesn't even have the basics. That's what's so scary.
Matt Macy. Could the same happen with this?
Matt Macy. Oh, sorry. With Matt Macy, I would love for that to happen. I really would. I would love to see him given a chance. But now he's not going to get a chance, is he? Because there's no more games he can play in, I don't think, anyway. So I don't know what's going to happen now. But it should have been Matt Macy given a chance, not this Runarsson. What we see from Runarsson. Again, it's another example of absolutely atrocious recruiting by Arsenal. They haven't done their job scouting him because we don't have any scouts, right? So we don't have any scouts anymore. So no one's scouting him. They've obviously just looked at some kind of, I don't know, video package or whatever. They've gone on a recommendation from our goalkeeping coach who, we've got to sack him now. I mean, how can he be a goalkeeping coach if he thinks Runarsson's decent? And then it's like, it's just a complete mess. It's another recruitment. It's a complete mess.
The test for leaving.
No, but the thing is, see, Matt Macy said that he's not going to extend his contract. He'll be leaving at the end of this season. That is why they have gone in for a replacement keeper as a second choice. Yeah, recruitment obviously is to be blamed for the kind of keeper that they have signed. But the thing with respect to the quarterfinal of the League Cup is it all depends on how much importance you are giving to that tournament. If Arteta thinks that I don't care about the League Cup, I just want to test a few players and see whether they can perform so that I can bring them into the first team for the Premier League, for the Europa League, for the FA Cup, which are my main targets. Because I want to win the FA Cup, I want to win the Europa League, and I want to improve my position in the Premier League. Then he can say that, okay, this League Cup game is not that important. Already I have lost a few players to injuries. I don't want fatigue coming in. Already Saka looks tired. Already players like Aubameyang are injured right now. So that is when he has said that, Leno, you take rest, which is the ideal thing, because a lot of people are saying, what if Leno gets injured? Leno gets injured. That is why exactly the reason why Leno was rested. And the second choice keeper currently, Runarsson, was given a game. Now that he's not good enough, we know that, and possibly he may not make his Arsenal return. We can look at a better replacement in January, because we have the window coming up. This is the perfect time to understand whether he was good enough or not. It's the last week of December. So if at this point we have realized that we need another goalkeeper, the recruitment can look at a better replacement. I would have personally signed maybe a Romero, but he would have probably not come to Arsenal as well, because he would want first team football. But when Adam was saying that I don't like two world-class goalkeepers competing, I was thinking, when did we sign Alisson and Ederson? But unfortunately, Adam, we have only one good keeper, which is Leno right now, and the other one isn't good enough, which we have realized because we've seen his performance against Manchester City. Otherwise, he looked okay in the Europa League. He didn't look this bad.
So Arteta's decided that the League Cup is not good enough. That's what he's decided, of course.
No. I mean, everything about that
But look at
lineup
Manchester United.
shows that we weren't trying to win it.
Got De Gea and it got Henderson. Go on, sorry, guy.
No, you were talking about De Gea and their second goalie. I mean, De Gea, though, is world class, right? I don't know if Leno's at that point right now where, I've seen that De Gea basically stop us single-handedly from scoring goals. Leno does that once in a while, but I don't think he's at that level when he was at his top, right? So I think it's he's getting old, right? He's getting old now, so that's why.
Henderson's better than De Gea now. You can see that. That's why he's playing.
Yeah. I mean, they have an older world class player, and then they've got an up and coming goalie coming in. I think Leno's a good goalie. Is he? Yeah.
On the other hand, De Gea is on £350,000 a week, and Henderson has now had a new contract on £200,000 a week. So for one position on the pitch, the club, Manchester United, are forking out £550,000 a week.
No, that's modern football, isn't it?
That's what Manchester United does. They paid that much money to Alexis Sanchez.
I don't know. And then
modern football.
Manchester United fans. But then Manchester United fans are then saying, well, why can't we get money for this player or that player or that player? Well, because your club is wasting wages on reserve players, basically.
Well, there's not. It's first off, De Gea has been a very, very good goalkeeper, but Henderson has proven himself to be even better, right? And that they're in a situation that they're in a situation that Arsenal said they wish they were. Every Arsenal fan has said, we wish we would have kept Martinez. We wish we would have kept two good goalkeepers, and that's what United have. They've got two good goalkeepers. So I doubt De Gea is going to want to stay.
You're not going to keep two good goalkeepers.
No, that's what I'm saying. I doubt De Gea is probably going to want. I doubt De Gea is going to stay. I think De Gea is going to go now. In the summer,
PSG, maybe.
Yeah, it's time for some oil money. And you forget they have Romero as well.
Yeah, United have Romero as well. Yeah.
They want to build 11 goalkeepers. Sorry.
That is it for football talk now. It's Christmas. The reason I invited you guys for people to know back home, the reason I invited you because many moons ago, this is my first podcast. Apologies for the absolute loads of mistakes I've already made today. Okay? But it first started, my amateur YouTube career first started when me and Sam were doing late night shows with Simply. Sam, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then and then the test come on to it then after he seen the light with other people. and then Gary has been my most recent YouTube friend out of the group I got.
You mean victim? You mean victim?
So
I was he's using that word friendly a little too loosely. I don't know. Is that what we're calling it now?
I didn't want my first podcast to be with a couple of people in which I've already got lined up. I just wanted it to be with people to say, thank you for your help and giving me. I'm going to be a bit touchy now, but giving somebody with a speech impairment the support in that, someone can get it going on a YouTube platform. So thank you very much, everybody. That is enough of that nonsense. But although it's a football channel, it's Christmas. So we'll start with the test because me and Gary have already spoken a little bit about it. The test, what you're doing tomorrow. In India, do they celebrate it on the 25th or what?
Let me not get into it. There's been a family tragedy, so I'm not trying to talk about it as well.
Sorry, man. I didn't realize.
Yeah, but not that much celebration. But yeah, overall, it's all good. And we'll be shifting back to our own house from this place. So that is the whole plan. Shifting in the next 2 days. So that is it.
And what in India as a whole, do they celebrate Christmas on the 25th, or because I know we probably got a number of different faiths because India is such a vast country.
They're probably all somewhere drunk on the streets, but not on the streets probably because now there's curfew. But there is a night curfew till the 5th of Jan, and not more than 5 or 6 people after 11 p.m. So they must be probably drunk on the streets before someone picked them and dropped them home. And yes, people are partying outside and they're having a good time. But that's about that. I think I was getting karaoke and party invites today as well. But again, it all winds up before 11 p.m. So that's the story here.
But the truth is, the test is that you've got 3 liters of wine already behind that camera of you, isn't it? And you're ready to pop it open now later on, yeah?
Not in this week because
I'll be How about you, Sam? What's the story in Norway?
Well, the story in Norway is we actually our big day is today on Christmas Eve. So the tradition is from many years ago. The old tradition is you normally go to church for like 5. It's about 5 o'clock. There's a Christmas mass, and then after that at 6 o'clock, all the bells, chime and that, and you go home, and that rings in Christmas basically, and then that means you all get together, you have dinner, after church, and then after dinner you open up all your presents. You have all the family together. Then you open up all your presents all together in the evening after the meal, and that means all the kids then can have a blast all night, and the adults will drink and have fun all night, and then you don't have to get up very early in the mornings, which is I think a good way of doing it. And then that way, Christmas Day, which is the big day normally everywhere else, Christmas Day here is just a day for relaxation. And then when dinner time comes around, late afternoon, early evening, you bring some family around again for a nice meal, and you just have a nice family meal on Christmas Day. But the rest of the day beforehand, you just relax and just take it easy. And it's just a time to just sit back and watch the TV. The kids play with all their toys that they opened the night before, and that's the way it works over here. So our big day is today. Unfortunately, I'm alone at the moment because normally I would be back in the UK. So for various reasons that we know of, I couldn't be back in the UK. So I've been
both. So I'm gonna pick you up on that point later on, Sam, because I've got because I'm going to be on my own tomorrow morning. I'm doing a Christmas morning single bloody show. So just to get
if I'm
people
awake,
talking
if I'm awake, I'll
Yeah.
join you. If I'm awake, I'll jump on it.
yeah, no worries. I mean, I've been invited to a friend's Christmas dinner at
That's
2
good.
o'clock Spanish time.
That's good.
So, so I won't be on my own all Christmas, but because of COVID, my elderly parents have put a ban on me coming back this year, which I fully understand, really.
Yeah, I've got my dad's old as well, so yeah.
Gary, when I was married, right, because of my work, the worst month of my work was always January. Pointless even working in January because it was just pants. So me and my wife would always go to Florida, either before Christmas or after Christmas, and then New Year, and then come back in mid-January. So we've spent many a Christmas and New Year in the States, but it's kind of like, because there's so many different faiths in the States, it's kind of like, it's not Christmas, it's holidays, isn't it? Happy holidays. Because we've got Happy Hanukkah and so on and so forth during the same period. So what's your plans tomorrow, and how are we going to celebrate it and so on?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty, we just use it as a time to get together and hang out with the family. So all the kids are home. So we'll just, we'll get up in the morning and there's some presents under the tree. We'll open those and we've got meals planned. But basically it's try to hang out with each other and enjoy each other's company. That's kind of how we like to do these holidays. We're not as religious as most, but we just like to use that time to hang out with each other. Because at some point those things won't happen anymore as the kids get older and leave the house and go and start their own families, and and things like this come up where you just can't get together. So we're just trying to enjoy the time together. Look at that, we got sexy Sam.
Russ, he loves me, loves you so much.
But Brownie, like I told you, I'm gonna have to drop off. It's probably a good time than ever to drop off.
Merry Christmas, Gary.
Yeah,
Merry Christmas,
everybody. Happy holidays to everyone.
No
Natasha and Adam.
Thank you very much,
for having
guys.
me on. Thank you. All right.
No problem.
Talk to you guys later.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
And then there were 3.
Now the crazy
And
stuff
then
is
we're free now. Now I'm glad you fucking mentioned that. Right. I'm glad you said that now before me. Right. Where do I fucking start? What happened to me last night?
But before that, change this layout. Try to change this layout if you can. This layout is annoying.
Change the layout to make us, further back. Change the layout because we're too big.
Why do that?
You see the frame on the bottom there. The frames
Just below the screen. The right
different
one.
frames you can choose. You can choose a different frames.
Right, yeah.
So not that. Yeah, you can do that one. Yeah, that works. That's better. That's good.
Okay, no worries. Well, fucking, hey, you know what my fucking limitations are with technology, but anyway.
Not just technology.
Anyway,
we know your limitations a lot more than just technology.
Where's he off to now? What are you doing now?
Gonna be it's the only fucking beer I got in my fucking place after last night, I tell you. Jeez.
Bloody hell.
Adam, you can always refill in the washroom if you need something.
Wow, it was crazy. I go to bed until 8 o'clock this morning.
Bloody hell.
It was, I know. And the conversation went to absolute, because we were talking about, I got the equipment now and we're going to do a first podcast tomorrow and so on. And the conversation goes so fucking out of hand. My mate said, well, if I try and jump from that roof to that roof and you film me, even if I break my leg, how much money do you think I will make? I said, you break your neck, you know, not your leg. You know, that's just how fucking shit the conversation was going, like 8 o'clock in the morning. But
if he had such an idea, you should have.
Merry Christmas to you both.
Merry Christmas.
You should have probably told him that he'll probably break his dick, and then he would have never tried it.
Well, thanks for coming on, lads. Much apprecited.
That's a good laugh, because I'm going to be on your first show.
Yeah, no. Fucking panicking. I don't know why. I don't know how to bloody do all this shit. How Daniel handles it. I don't know. Fucking hell. At least I can see what's going on. And I still can't fucking control it.
Your internet is slightly laggy and it's making me drowsy without alcohol.
Oh, hey. The test don't even fucking comment on internet with your fucking goings on with your internet lately.
Mine is working fine. You are looking tipsy with your image and everything going around that. You don't even need to drink.
Barkev, how are you, my friend? Yeah, Miami. I have been to Orlando. I know that you're based in Orlando yourself. Been to Orlando a few times when I was a teenager. But me and my ex-wife used to go to Miami quite a lot, and then I'd drive down to the Keys.
Yeah, the Keys is nice.
Take it from here. Yeah,
Did you go to Key West, or did you stop off any other keys?
Straight down to Key West.
Yeah, Key West.
Key Largo. It was the other one as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, I never tried any of the other keys. I've just been to Key West.
Whichever has the best brothels.
No. Key West is nice and relaxed.
Well, before you guys join the show, you know what? A lot of the other football channels at the moment are advertising Manscaped, yeah. And you know what Manscaped is, yeah? Before I go and try. Right. Well, basically, I bought myself a Christmas present today.
Jesus Christ!
Which is not Manscaped. It's not Manscaped, but it's a cheap Chinese version of fucking Manscaped, yeah.
Oh wow! So it's gonna get your balls cut off then?
Well, you know, hey, if you cut the grass, the trees look bigger.
Yeah, and using that, you're probably gonna neuter yourself, aren't you, like a fucking dog?
I'd be like, oh no, I'm not gonna go down that avenue. You know, but yeah, I could have like bloody, I could kill myself. I could bleed to death with some of these.
Adam, just don't trim your balls on live stream. That's
just don't do it on a live stream. That's.
Well, you know what? I subscribe to Blue Van Man, and big up to Blue Van Man, one of the best guys on YouTube. Have you ever? Well, he does like food kind of. He's started off food critic and everything, and he every now and then he goes into like drink critic. And he actually done Manscaped, right? So, live on air, he wasn't in front of a camera, but he said, okay, I'm going to try this now, folks. And he goes out the camera vision, and you can hear it. You can hear it in the background, and he comes on the camera. It's okay, folks, it's okay. And he continues doing it, live on air.
Bloody hell.
Adam, there are a lot of better things that you can do than that. And I don't mean anything related to the toilet.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't need to take any live shits either.
Matt Weston has blocked me as well.
I wonder why.
I know. My mate who runs a bar, I was there last night, and I wanted to go home. I had stuff like this bloody Manscaped shit and all that with me. I had my laptop and everything. And he said, oh no, there's 2 Russian girls coming here tonight. And I was like, oh, don't know. I want to go home. I want to go. Come on. And then all of a sudden they walked in. It was timed to perfection. These two girls walked in. Okay, all right, I'm out. Just keep my stuff behind the bar, okay? I'm out. And so as it goes on, the night gets more and more messy. And I completely forgot about the Russian girls, if I'm honest with you, because I was just enjoying myself so much. Because this COVID thing, it has been hitting me mentally as well. Being single, I don't know if you were saying, Sam, but being alone at times has hit me at times during this COVID thing. Maybe it's because of the Spanish shutdown, because over here we're still, 6 o'clock. I mean, it's fucking ridiculous. Sometimes I do think this is living. No,
it's tough. It's tough, mate.
I feel sorry for people who've got businesses and so on. They still have to pay their full rent, and yet if they're a bar or a restaurant, they have to pay full rent, but yet they can't open after 6 o'clock. They can't open the door.
Well, many of them do shut over here, for example. Many of them have shut. They just keep closed just to save costs. Hardly anything open here because of that.
Yeah, that's why if you remember, Adam, I told you if any of these places go shut, tell me what's the best price to get something there. I can start something there.
Well, over here, you see, they don't really celebrate Christmas as we do. It's more of, they'll have a Christmas dinner, but they celebrate Three Kings Day more than they do at Christmas. It's more of like an expat thing at Christmas being celebrated over here. I don't know if Norway would be the same, Sam, but if you go back into the time of the story, I say that in inverted commas, the story. The kings, it took what a fortnight was it for from a baby to be born from them arriving at the stable. So 2 weeks after, they call it Three Kings Day, the day in which they're supposed to arrive at the stable. That is where Spain really celebrates Christmas.
Right. That makes sense. That makes sense. No, we don't do that here. But I can make sense. It makes sense what you're talking about. Yeah.
I don't know whether other Southern European, I'm supposing Portugal, Italy may be the same as well. I don't know. It's kind of interesting because if you grew up, if you were like a Brit and you grew up through your childhood, I suppose you would be celebrating Christmas twice. I suppose once on the 25th with your British family, and then on the 6th with your schoolmates. Really.
Yeah, nice one.
All right. I'm going to knock it off now.
That's two good reasons for you to get laid twice.
Well, it's just fucking I did go to a brass house the other day. I got to admit.
I knew it.
Right, listen, there were cobwebs forming down there. Right, and my mate said, "Look, you're gonna have to clean them out. I was like, do I have to? So basically,
You must have said that's exactly why I am here. Didn't you know?
Yeah. Adam's cleaning service.
I was absolutely fucking ripped off in this fucking knocking shop, and I was pissed off the following day. Right? I'll tell you why. Goes in there, and the way I'm going to say this is that we're going to be quite well known in the knocking shop, and it's not technically right, but they recognise me. So I said, "It's my friends upstairs." Yeah. They said, "Okay, no worries. I'll go upstairs now," because it's like two-layer bars, right? It's not upstairs as in the bed is upstairs, but it's like 2 layers, yeah?
Mm.
Oh, no. You can't go upstairs unless you buy a drink here. I thought, oh, that's strange. Okay, no problem. I'll just have vodka and orange. €18. I said, you fucking what? They said. €18. Well, I thought my mates were upstairs, so I'm going to have to fucking pay it. So I paid it. I went upstairs and my mates weren't even fucking there. Right? They weren't even fucking there. So I ripped off €18 then. And then once I started talking to somebody there, in inverted commas, you know, I was negotiating a price. I was negotiating a price, and I got it down to €80. So I thought, okay, no worries, €80. Right, I'm a tight get at times, yeah. I don't really like carrying money, because if I carry money and I pay big things by money, I always have to give a tip. That's how fucking tight I can be, right? So I'm always using a card, whether it's like Apple Pay or something. So I said, okay, €80 on the card then. And then all of a sudden she said, oh no, if it's €80, it is €120. I said, what are you on about? €120? It's €80 we agreed on. And then the woman said, oh no, but you pay it by card, and it's 50% commission if you pay on card.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Right? So I was like, so I done the deed. But then when the notifications come up on my phone the following day of how much I fucking spent, I was nearly crying. But the cobwebs have finally gone from downstairs. Anyway.
You cleaned her out.
Yeah, the pipes are working. The pipes working,
and they cleaned you out as well.
Oh yeah, I know. But
so how much did you spend in total?
Anyway, but
I like Cheddar's. Cheddar's got a nice one there. He says, "Buying." Adam, you seen Cheddar's? Cheddar's comment?
Just come down now, okay?
Put up Cheddar's comment. Put it up. That's a good one.
I know.
Very
This is the
ballsy.
thing, you see. This is the thing, right? It's like everything in Spain. It's either bloody from Chinese shops, and they either fucking shit. The amount of Chinese iPhone chargers I have bought in Spain must be running into its hundreds now.
Yeah.
Where I may as well have a normal Apple charger.
Yeah.
It's a false economy, really.
They're terrible, those fucking Chinese chargers.
Ah, I know. The amount of carpets they fucking burnt.
And not just that, it's just they stop working after like 10 minutes.
And I find that because... But
I'll give you a good suggestion. Instead of buying all those Chinese chargers, you can take a trip to India, get an iPhone charger from here and go back. An original one.
Well, hey, I hang on. It was me that brought up me and Sam coming over to India in the test, and he basically said, fuck off, and you didn't talk to us for nearly 2 weeks.
I want to know which drunk trip did this happen in of yours?
That's all I was having was I'm busy working messages every time I was trying to fucking contact him.
Yeah, and I was talking about if India was worth going to travel to, and I said the only place in India I think I'm interested in seeing is Goa. And Adam's like, oh, well, is Goa far from Mumbai? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, but maybe we can go to Mumbai first, see Nitish, and then we can go to Goa.
And next day he's telling me, I and Sam are booking the tickets. I'm packing my bags. I'm coming to India.
Yeah, he was having a right laugh with it. He was having a right laugh with it. Jesus.
Oh, fucking hell. But no, listen, one of my experiences, I would love to go and watch an IPL game. Yeah, you know?
If
But,
crowds are allowed.
Yeah, in the future when crowds are allowed again, yeah.
And Bhargav was asking about
Obviously-
the test match that is starting tomorrow. India, Australia. You can watch that on TV.
Where's it been playing the test?
It's played in Australia. Which is it? Oval? I don't know. I need to check. Hold on.
No, because when I lived in Sydney, I did go to Sydney Cricket Ground to watch Australia Pakistan, and I tell you a story about what it's like over there. You know where the Australians
It's at the
give him a big
MCG.
one? Okay,
It's at the
Melbourne,
MCG.
then, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, no Australians give him a big one when they watch their sport, being big drinkers and so on, right?
Yeah.
Over in Australia, whenever you watch the cricket, they can only sell low alcohol lager. That's a little fact for you.
What the
Big
hell?
up to
is
John
low
as well. Johnny. Yeah, I know. Something under 1%, isn't it? Something like that, or under 3%.
You mean mild beer?
So yeah,
Shahid in the house, Shahid bro.
hey, big up Jade. And yeah, that's the same actually in European football as well. If I went to the Bernabeu or Nou Camp, or even when I went to the Euros in 2018 throughout France, it was always low alcohol lager. They aren't able to sell normal lager because of what they think the repercussions are in this modern day. Is it the same up in Norway then, Sam? If you went to watch like a Norwegian team?
In Norway, alcohol is forbidden. Yeah, you can't watch there's no alcohol at the sports events.
Same in India.
Okay. Same in India as well.
Yes, same in India. You can't get drunk.
How about hookers?
in field.
Can you allow hookers into the grounds?
Nope.
No hookers
You would-
either.
Nope. Unless they're dressed as normal women.
Hookers everywhere. It's all hookers all over.
Adam,
You
for
got-
once,
Go to a
for once,
male, female.
Adam, for once, if you're going to an IPL game, let someone else play with the balls.
Oh, bloody hell. So how are you FPL teams going on?
Not
Better
great
than
at the
yours.
moment.
Better than
Not
yours.
Not great at the moment. Not great at the moment.
I'm kidding. I think Adam is doing well in FPL now that he's taken it seriously.
Yeah, who are you copying? You're copying some cunt on the internet, aren't you? I know you are, you cheating cunt.
No, you know what, though? I couldn't fucking believe my fucking luck. What was it? 6 players up until Monday. I had 71 points. I thought, fucking hell, I've got another 4 players to go. Right? This could be another, I could crack the 100 point mark this time. Those 4
Yep.
players made me 4 fucking points.
Yeah. That's typical. Typical, yeah.
Yeah, there was some
But
guy who got around 106 or something like that. He's the top scorer.
Yeah. So
But
lucky
people
with
were-
their
people
fucking
were saying-
teams.
Well, people are saying, I know Simply, sorry. He was, he was advising me to get rid of Martial, but the last 2 weeks, Martial's been, getting me some highly
Been fantastic.
good
I remembered the time when Adam called Simply and he got pissed and called him Cookie.
Remember that video you put together about fucking there was summer signing, wasn't
He was like Cookie and he was pissed.
Okay, now. So that's what I'm going to do tonight anyway. I'm going to do a sleep with me. I'm going to do a sleep with me. I have been experimenting this fucking channel, which to be honest has been a dead channel for 2 years. But I'm thinking, how the fuck is she getting 75,000 views as all she's doing is sleep with me? And she just fucking leaves the camera on and she goes to sleep. And but she's a good looking girl, don't get me wrong. But there are plenty of fucking old looking trouts out there and they want to
Adam, most of the guys who watch her videos must be jerking off to her, wanking to her. They can't do that to you. You need to point.
Hey, well, if it pays advertising, as long as I don't fucking see it, they can do what they want.
No, I'll give you a very good advice on that. If you put the sleep with me kind of tag, put a hot picture of a girl in the thumbnail who's actually laying on the bed, and then that will get you your channel crazy and viral.
She'll actually go and have a look. They'll be fucking scared and fucking be traumatized for the rest of their lives.
What I could do is like put the duvet or the blanket over my head so they don't know that I'm fucking local. Hey,
I don't know. The hairy chest might give it away. I don't know.
Oh, because I'm not going to use this tonight. Hairy balls.
the hairy balls and the hairy chest might give it away slightly.
Or they may all feel nauseous if you fart on the stream while sleeping.
Yeah. Hey, I'm a big farter in bed. I tell you, I'm a big farter in bed. And I don't know if other men do this, yeah. But I used to do it with the ex-wife. Is that when I knew I had big fart coming, I'd lift up my leg so it really come out, and then all of a sudden I put the duvet over her head, and
now we know why you're single.
Yeah, that's why fucking the divorce papers fucking dark started coming through. What are we on about now? What's the heat on about now? I remember Adam threw his burger in his car. Yeah, that was a moment of madness, I think, because Cardiff lost, and the burger became the second burger, which actually gave me fucking diarrhea on the following night, or a couple of hours later, and I still had to go to fucking the car valet place to take the car after. Yeah, no problem, no fucking problem.
So Adam, Cardiff don't just take your mental peace; they take your money and they give you bankruptcy. So it's high time you start supporting a real Premier League club.
Hey, following Cardiff fucking limited my fucking freedoms, mate.
and how many subscribers? And how many subscribers did you lose after that Arsenal fan video? Arsenal fan base is
two. I think one was Lee Gunner, and I think one was another person who I fucked off recently.
Why the fuck was Lee Gunner even subscribed to you?
I don't know. He was ranting on about something. The local pools are fucking dirty now. The pool cleaner is back in the UK, but never mind. That's another thing. Did you see my my video about fucking the 12 days of Christmas?
No.
That took fucking ages to put together. And then like, how the fuck?
Because you had
some of the.
No, because you had to memorize all that shit. You could have just written it down somewhere and read it.
Yeah, I know I didn't have a pen and paper.
That's
I didn't have a pen and paper.
It's the story of your life, isn't it? You have a fucking pen and paper. You don't fucking have anything, do you?
It was like 5 o'clock in the fucking morning. But
Adam, you do realize you can open a notepad and write and type it on your laptop, right?
Yeah, but my laptop was fucked, wasn't it? My laptop was fucked on that time, so I only had my phone.
Oh, okay
And,
then.
yeah, I know. I do need to buy myself pen and paper as a Christmas present, I think. To Adam from Adam.
Thinking of you.
Not unless you get a nice ass to write on.
You want to
You
send
can
a link?
experiment.
How do I send a link to Jihad? Jihad, so fucking.
Jihad. Sort of linked to Jihad. I don't know if we want Jihad. I don't think Jihad is what we want.
I think he's drunk. He's gone.
I fucking drop. I fucking one mouthful.
He's definitely going to clip this. He's definitely going to clip this tomorrow.
Oh, fucking hell. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, shit, it out. Right, how do I send him a link now? I'll have to get from what I sent you, mate. Go on, you carry talking. You carry on talking, and I'll give a link.
You take that copy invite link and then you put it in the chat because you can go into the chat as the host.
What copy?
It says copy link, right? You know the invite link. You can copy that
Near the leave studio option. Come on, Adam. You're good at putting things in.
Oh no!
You'll find it and you'll put it in.
Yeah. I got it.
Invite.
See, I just said it. You'll find it and you'll put it in. Don't worry. Sam has already started Sleep With Me Part 1.
Oh God!
Fucking Jihad! I can't fucking believe that.
Yeah, that killed me. That did.
Yeah, anyone can come on, John. If you want to.
Never mind, I'm gonna go. Oh, you tit.
Huh? What?
Jihad's got to go.
No, I didn't do it properly.
No, he's just saying he's got to go. He can't come on all of a sudden.
Well.
Well, someone else can come on then, John, if he wants.
Yeah. No worries.
No, never.
Miss Melina is probably drunk and on Luca's stream.
Yeah.
No, but she said she was sober. I don't know. Anyways.
Fucking hell. So what's your plan? What time are you going to bed tonight? What's your plan tonight?
I've got to
couple of drinks. So what?
I've got to do some stuff tonight. I've got some stuff I need to do on my computer and that, and then I'm going to watch some stuff. So I want to watch, and then I'll probably be up quite late tonight, to be honest.
How about yourself, Natasha?
I don't know. I can do some work right now, but John is coming on. Okay, John is coming on. John 1886. But what I was saying is that
no worries. Get on.
Yeah, I will probably I'll do some work and then sleep in the morning now. It's already 4:30 a.m. here. So that's done anyways. I can't sleep at night anymore. So so I'll probably sleep maybe in 3 to 4 hours once my parents are out.
Well, look, Natasha, if you can't sleep, you know what to do, don't you? Just tune in to Sleep With Me, and I'll help you sleep with that.
Adam, I don't want to get into the shit with me kind of experience. Next you'll start doing a stream. Next you'll start doing a stream for people who are constipated. Shit with me.
Yeah. Take a shit with me with Adam.
Hey, I reckon it gave views on Telegram. But YouTube wouldn't like it, would they?
Yeah. Who knows? Who knows? You may be a new trendsetter with all those Mexican food that you eat. All the Mexican food coming out. Who knows?
Well, is this right? A Moroccan friend said to me last night, because we were on about, it was a very late night, and we were on about things about what could get views on YouTube, and my mate come out with a suggestion if I jump from that roof to that roof. Anyway, my Moroccan mate then said that someone from Morocco travelled to India, right? And they were burning a human being. Yeah. And the guy started eating the human. And I've had millions of views on YouTube.
He started doing what to the human?
They started burning him alive. They burned him alive.
Did the guy do?
Started eating him.
Where did they eat him? In some faraway village?
I don't know. No, I haven't got a clue. But I thought if it was that popular, what he was claiming, that you guys in India would know all about it.
Not really.
He said he travelled from Morocco to India to eat somebody.
I don't know much about this. It must be some ancestral or like some tribal group or gang, because I don't think they could exist. I'm not saying, but I don't think did he reach India or did he reach Somalia instead?
No, but I'll have to get more information. But I know I was focused on what I was being told last night because it was jaw dropping. And he said, "Oh no, this guy from Morocco, he travelled to India and he was eating people on YouTube, and he got loads of viewers."
Bollocks, that's what that is.
It was late. Oh.
Was he eating people or eating their shit?
Yeah, that's probably what it was, eating their shit. Come on, John.
I'm not saying nothing. I know. I have done the link there, John.
Where's the other John?
Just click on it.
No, nothing come up.
Russ Morgan sent a photo.
Are you scratching your ass then, Sam?
Scratching my leg.
I didn't care to do something scratching and you were bending over. I want you dirty bastard.
Scratching my leg. Scratching my leg, yeah. Finger in my arsehole,
should we wrap it up now, lads?
Yeah, might as well.
Just waiting for John to come on. Is he coming on?
No, he's not coming on.
I have sent it. It's been 5 minutes now. Right, anyway, Sam, where can people find you?
They can find me in the closest whorehouse.
Your name is Sam Greenwood, not Adam Brown.
Actually, Sam Greenwood TV here on YouTube. Go and check it out. I do some late night chats and some quizzes about Arsenal. Sometimes other stuff. Sometimes I'll do other stuff, but not often. Or else I'm pretty much on everyone else's channel, to be honest, doing watch-alongs and reviews and chats and stuff. So Sam Greenwood TV on YouTube. Please go and subscribe. Have a look. I'll be greatly appreciative of that. Apart from that, I want to say Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays to everyone in the chat. I hope everyone has a nice holiday time and takes care of each other and stays safe. And I want to say thanks to Adam for having me on your first podcast. So now you're initiated and you know.
It could well be the fucking last after my mistake earlier on, but never mind.
So now you know how it works, and you can start doing them yourself now. So well done. And thanks for having me on. It's been a laugh.
He's not a podcast virgin anymore.
Yeah,
that those days are gone now.
Yeah.
Hey, after tonight, I won't be a fucking jihad virgin either. But never mind, that's another
That was fucking funny. That was fucking hell.
thing.
You're surely
Go
going
on,
to
the
clip
test.
it. No, I bet you're going to clip
Oh,
that. I know you're going to clip that. I know.
Absolutely got to.
Just
I could have fucking life threats, man, by half an
Yeah.
hour after fucking uploading it.
just don't add a stupid caption. Your first podcast could be your last. So don't add a stupid caption when you share it on Facebook or Twitter or anywhere else.
Fucking hell.
And
Go on, the
obviously,
test. Where can people find it?
you guys can find me on Beyond the Post. The website is growing, and once I'm in shifting and done with this shifting, probably I'll set up my office and a good studio. Maybe probably better than Terry's in the future. Let's see. The football terrace. I like that kind of studio, but let's see. So
Yeah,
as I was saying,
I agree with you, the test. Sorry, go on, man.
no, I was saying that I'll see. The thing is, as you know, my main thing is going on the website. It's doing well. Today, someone called me up and they said that your website is everywhere. Like in terms of Indian audience, it's like taking over the market. So I was like kind of happy that at least that's happening there, and hopefully more content flows. And once the office is set up, everything is great. So you can also find me on Arsenal FC Fans, which is a growing page. Some promotions to follow, more podcasts coming in there as well, and hopefully, and it's almost reached 400k likes now. So I think that will happen by the end of the season. Hopefully, 1 million page likes. So big up to all you guys. Thank you, Adam. Thank you, Sam, and everyone who came on. I think Gary was another guy as well. So big up to him as well.
Yeah. Well, before everyone goes, and people in the chat going, right? Tomorrow morning, Natalia, I don't know if you were online when I said this, but tomorrow morning I'm going to be on my own tomorrow morning until the afternoon. Sam is going to be on his own. Natasha, I don't know what your situation is tomorrow. I know that you've got a completely different situation personally. But if anyone else wants to come on tomorrow morning, get in contact. My contact details on the.
And what time are you starting?
And he's gone. Oh, is he? You just asked him what time he's starting.
Right. Sorry. No,
That's
sorry.
okay, just laggy. You're just laggy.
It's 9:30. It's going to be half. Oh, bloody hell. It's half. Yeah.
Half nine?
9 tomorrow morning.
Half 10 our time. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it will
Half 10
literally
our time, yeah.
it will literally
Yeah.
be sleep with me. Everyone will be sleeping on the stream because they wouldn't have slept in the slept in the morning.
No. Basically, I've been the dinner invite I've had is either 1 or 2 o'clock. I can't remember now. So I just wanted to give it an hour for a show, and then I'll have my little thing get ready then for lunch, and that would be my day. So if anyone is. Last thing I want is for people to be alone on Christmas morning. So if we can help out by doing our own little thing, then no problem at all. So Natasha, you are more than welcome as well. Anyone in the chat, more than welcome. Anyone who watches this later on, more than welcome. And we'll take it from there, really.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
So, go on, sorry.
No, I was just saying that hopefully you don't do that sleep with me and then you wake up directly in the afternoon. That happens a lot.
No, I am going to do a sleep with me. Shall I do it tonight? Do it? Yeah.
Exactly.
Let's try it. Fuck it, is it? Let's try it. No, I may have to see if I can get a wig or something like that. Hang on for a sec.
A big.
Jesus Christ.
Adam, all you needed was just a pussy.
Jeez.
That could work. That is a good idea, actually. Get in a girl and just lie down with her and sleep with her. Normal sleeping. And that stream could go viral.
Right? Right? See, I go back to the things. If I put my back to the camera, see, the longer hair, isn't it? Do you think it'll work?
Look like an old fucking woman.
Adam, you're trying to do sleep with me, not fuck me in the bum.
We're going for the granny normal look.
Right.
Imagine someone comments on Adam's video, I want to fuck this hot babe in the bum.
Shall I go to bed when I get 2 watermelons or 2 coconuts fucking tied to myself?
And with that fucking thing on, you look like Granny Norma. Fucking hell.
I know. That's why I've already got that shit. Hey, big boy.
Yeah, turn around and look at that. They give him a heart attack. They have a fucking coronary.
No wonder those guys will never sleep again. Never sleep.
They'll never sleep again. They'll give him a fucking nightmare.
Then they will have to go to that female channel. Then they'll actually have to go to that female's channel and watch her sleep.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Hey, big boy. Just dial 0800 100 100 and you can see me.
I'm not sure they fucking want to be honest.
Don't do a face reveal. Don't do a face reveal till the 30th minute or 40th minute.
I'll tell you what it'd be like. I'll tell you what it'd be like. It'd be like fucking Anthony Perkins in Psycho.
Right.
Adam, they may make a movie on you, The List That Stole Christmas, instead of The Grinch.
Fucking hell.
Jesus
guys,
Christ.
thank you very much for joining in tonight. It's been fun.
Been a laugh.
It's been fun on this Christmas Eve.
Been good.
Merry Christmas to everybody in the chat and to everybody on the panel. Thank you very much, Gary, for early on joining us. Please like, share, and subscribe, not just to my channel, but to both Beyond the Post and Sam Greenwood TV and Arsenal Fan TV. Arsenal Fan Circle, sorry. Not Arsenal Fan Bloody TV, that's the last one. But, and thank you very much to everybody for helping me on my first podcast. And let's see what how this channel progresses because of it. So, Merry Christmas. I hope Santa brings you everything you wanted. If not, there's only next year. And take care.
It's just a brothel away. Everything you wanted.
Mm-hmm.
Did you actually end the stream? You need to end the stream, Adam.
I've ended it.
No, you'd have to click yes.